Imagine the world a century from now. The year is 2124. We have made amazing progress in technology. Flying cars zoom through the skies. Robots help us with everyday tasks. But our planet has changed too. The Earth is warmer now. The climate has shifted dramatically. This is the reality of climate change. As we journey into 2124, we witness the consequences of our past and the resilience of humanity. Join me as we explore a world forever changed by climate change. The most noticeable change in 2124 is the heat. The global average temperature has risen. It's several degrees hotter than it was a century ago. This might not seem like much, but it has had a huge impact on our planet. Heat waves are more common, they are also more intense, and many cities experience extreme heat for weeks on end. This intense heat has serious consequences for human health. Heat stroke and dehydration are more common. People in cities are particularly vulnerable. This is because cities tend to be hotter than surrounding areas. The elderly and the very young are most at risk. They are more susceptible to heat-related illnesses. The rising temperatures also affect our oceans. Warmer water expands, causing sea levels to rise. This threatens coastal communities and ecosystems worldwide. Coral reefs, vital to marine life, are also suffering. The warmer waters cause them to bleach and die. Deserts are expanding across the globe. This process, called desertification, is accelerating due to climate change. Areas that were once fertile farmland are now dry and barren. This is happening most dramatically in regions like the Sahel in Africa and parts of Australia. The Sahara Desert, already the largest hot desert, continues to grow larger. This expansion of deserts has devastating consequences for people living in these regions. Their livelihoods are destroyed as their land becomes unusable. Farmers are forced to migrate to find new homes and new ways to support their families. This displacement often leads to social and political instability. The loss of fertile land also threatens global food security. As deserts expand, there is less land available to grow crops. This puts pressure on food production and distribution systems worldwide. Scientists and engineers are working tirelessly to find solutions. They are developing drought-resistant crops and new irrigation techniques to combat the effects of desertification. The polar regions, once icy and remote, are transforming dramatically. The Arctic ice cap is shrinking at an alarming rate. Summers in the Arctic are now ice-free. This has serious consequences for the planet's climate. As the ice melts, darker ocean water absorbs more heat, accelerating global warming. The melting ice caps also contribute to rising sea levels. This is already impacting coastal communities around the world. Low-lying islands are at risk of disappearing entirely. Coastal cities are facing more frequent and severe flooding. Seawalls and other defenses are being built, but in many cases entire communities are being forced to relocate. Section 5. Storms of the century. Every year, extreme weather events have become more frequent and intense. In 2124, hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are more powerful. They bring with them stronger winds, heavier rainfall, and more destructive storm surges. Coastal communities are particularly vulnerable to these powerful storms. Inland areas are also experiencing more extreme weather. Droughts are longer and more severe. Wildfires rage across vast areas, fueled by dry conditions and high temperatures. Heat waves are more common and intense. They put a strain on infrastructure and human health. These extreme weather events cause widespread damage and displacement. They disrupt economies and livelihoods. Governments and organizations around the world are working to improve early warning systems. They are also developing more resilient infrastructure to withstand these extreme weather events. But the increasing frequency and intensity of these events pose a significant challenge. Section 6. Jungles in peril. The tropics under threat. Tropical rainforests, often called the lungs of the planet, are also under threat. Higher temperatures and changes in rainfall patterns are disrupting these delicate ecosystems. Deforestation, driven by the demand for timber and agricultural land, is exacerbating the problem. As rainforests shrink, so too does their ability to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This contributes to the greenhouse effect and further accelerates climate change. The loss of rainforest also has devastating consequences for biodiversity. Many plant and animal species are losing their habitats. Some face extinction. Conservation efforts are underway to protect remaining rainforests. Sustainable forestry practices are being implemented. There is a global push to reduce deforestation. However, the challenges are immense and the future of these vital ecosystems remains uncertain. Section 7. Adapting to survive. Cities of the future. In the face of these challenges, humanity is adapting. Cities are at the forefront of this adaptation. They are home to over half of the world's population. City planners and architects are designing innovative solutions to cope with the impacts of climate change. Green spaces are being incorporated into urban landscapes to help cool cities and reduce the urban heat island effect. Rooftop gardens and vertical forests are becoming increasingly common. Buildings are designed to be more energy efficient. They use less energy for heating and cooling. Public transportation systems are being expanded and improved. Electric vehicles are becoming the norm, reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Cities are also investing in renewable energy sources like solar and wind power to reduce their carbon footprint. Section 8. Farming for the future, feeding a hotter world. Agriculture, the backbone of human civilization, is also adapting to the challenges of climate change. Farmers are adopting new techniques. They are using drought-resistant crops and water-efficient irrigation systems. Precision agriculture, which uses technology to optimize crop yields and reduce waste, is becoming increasingly important. Vertical farming, where crops are grown in stacked layers indoors, is gaining popularity. This method uses less water and land. It is not dependent on weather patterns. Aquaculture, the farming of fish and other aquatic organisms, is also being explored as a sustainable way to produce protein. These innovations in agriculture are crucial to feeding a growing global population in the face of climate change. By embracing technology and sustainable practices, farmers are playing a vital role in adapting to the changing world. Section 9. Powering a new world. Clean energy takes center stage. The energy sector is undergoing a rapid transformation. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal are replacing fossil fuels as the primary source of power. This shift to clean energy is crucial to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating climate change. Solar panels are now a common sight on rooftops and in vast solar farms. Wind turbines dot landscapes and coastlines, harnessing the power of the wind. Hydroelectric dams generate electricity from the flow of water. Geothermal power plants tap into the Earth's heat to produce energy. This transition to clean energy is not without its challenges. Renewable energy sources are often intermittent. The sun doesn't always shine and the wind doesn't always blow. Energy storage technologies such as batteries and pumped hydro are being developed to address this intermittency. Section 10. A global effort working together for our planet. Addressing climate change is not just a technological challenge, it's a social and political one. International cooperation is essential to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and adapting to the impacts of climate change. The Paris Agreement, signed by nearly 200 countries, is a testament to this global commitment. Governments around the world are implementing policies to promote clean energy, reduce deforestation, and encourage sustainable practices. Businesses are investing in green technologies and reducing their environmental footprint. Individuals are making conscious choices to live more sustainably. Education and awareness are also crucial. By understanding the science of climate change and its impacts, we can make informed decisions and advocate for change. From classrooms to community centers, people are engaging in conversations about climate change and exploring solutions together. Section 11. Our legacy, our future. What will we choose? As we stand at the crossroads of a changing world, the choices we make today will determine the future of our planet. The year 2124 is a stark reminder that climate change is not a distant threat. It is our present reality, but it also offers a glimmer of hope. Humanity has the ingenuity, the technology, and the collective will to address this challenge. By embracing innovation, transitioning to clean energy, protecting our natural world, and working together, we can create a sustainable future for generations to come. The legacy we leave behind will be shaped by the actions we take today. Let us choose wisely, for the sake of our planet and all its inhabitants.